Hello everyone, this is Alandra from PinkSands Education, where nature is our classroom. I am here with Elicia Hollis of SweetPea Nursery here in Bermuda. Our goal is to educate parents, inform the community about all things outdoor learning and the importance of it. My hope is that you'll be able to glean from some of the things that we're talking about, how you can bring outdoor learning, best practice, early years into your home environment. So, welcome. So, give us a 1-minute trailer of your journey that has led you to opening this amazing establishment.
Okay, so I have my son is my world, but I was being specific about what I wanted for him. I didn't want him in a school that's going to be sitting down doing worksheets. I wanted more of a hands-on experience. He was very outdoorsy. We did a lot of stuff outside. So I kind of was looking for something that would bring those values that I had personally into his early years education.
Absolutely.
And then I saw in the paper, which part of my job was to look at the paper of different things, and I saw a nursery school that was for sale. And I sent an email, and 8 to 10 months later, I was the proud owner of the nursery school. And unfortunately, my son had aged out of that, but he was able to come spend afternoons with me there. And I was able to still spend time and bring that and give that to families in Bermuda.
Awesome. And I love that because out of your personal experience, you were able to literally open something that has been for how many years?
15 years now.
15 years of
Yes.
educating our youngest learners. What makes being outdoors, and you had talked about this earlier, what makes this being outdoors so important to children, to you, in terms of just what you bring to SweetPea Nursery?
Children are naturally inquisitive. They want to know, they want to explore, they want to run. So what best place to do that than outdoors and let them be in a safe environment that's purposeful. So much that happens naturally, and there's so many learning opportunities outside. You could bring math in, you could bring your colors, you could bring your alphabet. With the gross motor, the fine motor, the health benefits, a lot of people don't even realize how much being outside or not being outside affects your eyesight and your sightedness.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize that the two are connected.
Yeah.
During that pandemic time, we had to be outside a lot, which was perfect for us. And a lot of times we even thought, especially around nap time, we even did naps outside.
Whoa.
And
I love that.
Yes, we took the children outside and had our naps outside. We was worried because we was right next to a main busy road. But the children went to sleep and they slept well.
What I love about that is just your opportunities that you got to give children that, you know, came as a result of this pandemic. You know, something that, you know, so horrible, so negative actually had this spin-off benefit where it was like, wait a second, our kids are able to be outdoors more, and look at them even resting outside. They're getting a deeper sleep. You talked about the, you know, the gross motor, the fine motor, and how, you know, children now, you know, they're indoors and you see they need glasses. So teaching, having taught in year 1 or kindergarten, you know, I got the kids with the glasses on. You know, I saw kids falling out of their seats. And so having opportunities for them to climb and be outdoors, I mean, absolutely, I agree. It's just so tremendous to see how they grow and develop. So that leads me to the next question. What advice would you give to, let's start with parents. What would you say to just encourage them as their child is growing, especially as they hit the toddler years when they're starting to walk? So what advice would you give to them about, you know, being outdoors?
I would say take advantage of being outdoors as much as possible. Take advantage of our beaches, our railways, our parks. A lot of things is like the sensory parts that a lot of children are missing out in. We have it naturally outside.
Absolutely.
So take them to the beach, let them walk in the sand, let them touch the water. For parents that have large yards, you have a great opportunity to create stations and different things for children to explore. even if a small yard, if you just have a small table and let them do water play,
Yes.
do things that you don't want them doing in the house. They'll see different shades of blue, different shades of green. And they'll ask questions.
Yes.
They'll explore. They'll touch. They'll get the sensory pieces. So that's what will help make a child ready for the next steps of early years.
Okay, so final question. For educators, what advice would you give to them around, working with kids in the outdoors, understanding the importance of outdoor education?
Well, I definitely will say lots of research. Talking with other educators that may have mastered it, or persons like yourself who have had experiences that we don't have in Bermuda. You've traveled to get some additional experience with it, and using people like yourself to come in and give us advice and research, following the child's lead.
Yes,
because you have
that's big.
Yes, so you'll have some children that would take to bugs, and then you've got one that runs and wants nothing to do with it. And I say bugs, we're doing it now, but we do have those children. But learning how to pull each piece and how to transition even one theme to the next. You have to have multiple things. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to throw a block, I'm going to throw this, I'm going to throw some cars. It has to be really purposeful.
Yeah, and I was going to throw in that word, intentional, like being so clear and intentional about what you want to see. So thank you very much for giving us some of your time. This has been absolutely amazing, and I hope that families at home around the world are able to glean from the many gems that you have dropped in this fireside chat today. So,
thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right. All right. Take care.